Hello viewers, myself Sayan Mujumdar on behalf of Science Academy. So today we will different class on the with compare of a regular class. So today we will target some basic questions or some MCQs which is based on the general concept of chemistry. Mainly the questions are for NEET and JEE aspirants which you can practice on regular before exams. So my first question is, irrespective of source, pure sample of water always yields 88.89% mass of oxygen and 11.11% mass of hydrogen. Can be explained by the law of, there are 4 laws. So I can repeat the question. Irrespective of source, if you collect water from any source, it will provide 88.89% oxygen and 11.11% hydrogen. So this can be based or this can be explained by law. There are 4 options. The first is conservation of mass, second is multiple proportion, third is constant proportion, and fourth constant volume. So we cannot take conservation of mass because it deals with the reactant and product. The amount of reactant and the product will be same after and before the reaction. We can take the third option, constant composition. That means if we collect water from any kind of source, the composition will be constant. That is 88.89% always will be oxygen and 11.11% always will be hydrogen. So we can go to the next question. The second question is given that the percentage of selenium in peroxidase anhydrous enzyme is 0.5% by weight. The minimum molecular weight of peroxidase anhydrous enzyme. So, selenium has a percentage of 0.5 by weight in peroxidase anhydrous enzyme. So we have to calculate the minimum molecular weight of peroxidase anhydrous enzyme. So we know that the molecular weight of selenium is 78.4 molar mass. So now from this we have to calculate. The basic formula is, if we can take 0.5 gram of selenium present in 100 gram of peroxidase anhydrous enzyme. So how much present in 70.4 gram of selenium? Present in how much enzyme? 100 divided by 0.5 into 78.4. The calculation or the final result will be 1.568 into 10 to the power 4. There are 4 options given. 1.568 into 10 to the power 3, 1.568 into 10 to the power 4, 15.68 and 3.136. So you can assume that the answer will be 1.568 into 10 to the power 4. So now the third question. The amount of zinc required to produce 224 ml of H2 at STP on treatment with dilute H2SO4, that will be, so basically the question is the amount of zinc required to produce H2, amount of H2 will be 224 ml and at STP with treating by dilute H2SO4. That means we have to treat with dilute H2SO4. So the answer we need, that how much zinc required. There are 4 answers given: 6.5, 0.65, 65 and 0.065. So now you can calculate that 1 mole of zinc have a molecular weight of 65 gram. Now, what is the volume of 1 mole of zinc? 22.4 liter. So, if we just look the equation, zinc directly react with H2SO4 form zinc sulfate and H2. So the amount of H2 is producing here 224 ml, just equal to zinc. We are getting here 1 mole of hydrogen from 1 mole of zinc. So the calculation is very much easy. 224 liter of zinc means 65 gram of zinc. So we just need 224 ml of zinc here. That is equal to 224 of H2 should be obtained from 65 into 224 divided by 22.4. You can calculate, this is liter, so you can take this is as ml by multiplying it with 1000 and now calculate it. 65 into 224, so the answer will be 0.65. The answer will be B. So that is the calculation. If I repeat, how did I calculate it? You can say basically just as easy, we are getting 1 mole of hydrogen from 1 mole of zinc. So just 224 ml of hydrogen we are getting here, and the same volume will for zinc is applicable for air. That means 224 ml of zinc should be consumed for this reaction, and the amount of 224 ml zinc will be equal to the amount required for this reaction. So the final answer is 0.65 gram. As easy. Now we will go for the fourth question. So here is the fourth question, that is the elements X and Y combine to form two compounds. X and Y combining to form XY2 and sorry for the late X2Y3. Now given that 0.1 mole of XY2 weighs 10 gram, 0.05 moles of X2, sorry, it's a little mistake, the compound will be X3Y2. Zero point 1 mole of XY2 weighs 10 gram and 0.05 moles of X3Y2 weighs 9 gram. Now we have to calculate the molar mass or the atomic weight of X and Y. The four answers given: 40, 30 is the first, 60, 40 is the second, 20, 30 is the third, and 30, 20 is the fourth. So there are four answers. So how will you calculate it? Generally, we have to assume the atomic weight of X as Y as it is. We can assume the atomic weight of X as X, the atomic weight of Y as Y. Now, for XY2, what will be the molar mass? X plus 2y. For x3, y2, it will be 3x plus 2y. Now there is given that 0.1 moles of x plus 2y equal to 10 gram. This is the molar mass of 1 mole. So we have to multiply. For 0.1 mole, 0.05 moles of 3x plus 2y will be 9. That is the general equation. So now from this equation we can take that x plus 2y will be 100 and 3x plus 2y will be 180 if we divide 9 by 0.05. So we have to take these two equations. Now this is the basic general equation. We can solve there. 3x plus 2y equal to 180 and x plus 2y equal to 100. Just subtract the both equation. You will get 2x equal to 80, x equal to 40, and by putting this equation you will get y equal to 30. So it will be the first answer. 40 is the atomic weight of x and 30 is the atomic weight of y. Okay. Now we will go for the fifth question. That is, the Avogadro number Na is changed to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 to 6.022 into 10 to the power 20. So what will be the change? There are four options. The ratio of chemical species to each other in balanced equation will be changed. The ratio of elements of each other in a compound will be changed. The definition of mass in unit of gram will be changed, and the mass of 1 mole of carbon will be changed. There are four options. So there is a changing of Avogadro number. You can take that any kind of ratio will not be changed. If there is mentioned in option that there is a ratio, you can surely avoid this option because ratio will not change. What will be changed? The mass of 1 mole of carbon. Because there was generally, when you calculate the 1 mole of mass of carbon, you can take 12 because there is 12 atom and 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram as atomic mass unit, and then the Avogadro number. For the old Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23, the answer become 12.01. But for the new answer, you are keeping the Avogadro number as 6.022 into 10 to the power 20. So the answer will be just divided by 10 to the power 3. The final answer will be 0.01. So basically, if we change the Avogadro number, what will be changed? The mass of 1 mole of carbon. Now, the sixth question. The concentration of aqueous H2SO4 is 98% by mass and has a density of 1.8 gram per ml. Volume of acid required to make the 1 liter 0.1 molar H2SO4 solution. How do you calculate it? Basically, it is given that 98% H2SO4 present there by mass and have a density 1.8 gram per ml. We have to make a solution 1 liter and 0.1 molar H2SO4. So basically can calculate that the molecular weight of H2SO4 is 98. Now you are making 1 liter of solution but 0.1 molar. So 1 liter 1 molar solution needs 98 gram of H2SO4. When there is 1 molar and 1 liter, you need just exactly as the molecular weight. But when the solution is changing its strength as 0.1 molar, how do you calculate it? 1 liter 0.1 molar solution needs 98 into 0.1, just as 9.8 gram. Now the answer need here the volume of H2SO4 we need to calculate. As we know that density equal to mass by volume. So volume equal to mass by density. We have a mass 9.8 and the density is 1.8. We will get the final answer as 55.44. This will be the final answer. So we need 5.44 ml of H2SO4 in 1 liter of solution to create the solution 0.1 molar. Now this is one of very important question because it has repeated in various entrance exams. The mass of carbon anode consumed giving only carbon dioxide in the production of 270 kg of aluminum metal from bauxite by Hall process is. So we need the mass of carbon that is consumed during Hall process. How much aluminum we are extracting here? 270 kg. So basically before starting the answer there are 4 options. We can write 90 kg, 540 kg, 180 kg and 270 kg. So basically we need to know the Hall process. The basically Hall process is so before they have stated in the question that only releasing carbon dioxide, aluminium oxide and carbon is reacting to make aluminium and carbon dioxide. So basically have to take aluminium oxide as 1 mole. So we will divide the full reaction by 2. So this is as 1 mole. Now we have to calculate the molecule atomic weight of aluminium is 27. So you are here getting 270 kg. That means here is approximately 10 to the power 4 moles. If you divide that 1 mole of aluminium weighted 27 gram, so how many moles they are present in 270 kg? There should be 10 to the power 4 moles. The general calculation. Now here is we are dividing the whole reaction by 2. So we have to divide 10 to the power 4 moles by 2, that will equal to 5000 mole. So for the reaction we are getting here 5000 mole of aluminium. Now we just have to compare the 5000 mole with the amount of carbon. For 2 moles of aluminium we are getting 3 by 2 moles of carbon. So for 5000 mole of carbon, So for 5000 mole of aluminium, how much amount of carbon we need? 3 by 2 into 5000. That will be equal to 7500 moles of carbon. Now there is a basic example or basic calculation they are present. So we need 7500 moles of carbon. Now you can calculate 7500, 1 mole weight 12 gram, and we have to finally make the answer as kilogram. So we'll just calculate by 10 to the power minus 3. We have to just multiply it by, and the final answer will be 90 kg. So this will be the answer. So basically here is the main reaction is Hall process. Everybody have to know about the Hall process. Yet another question, why I stated that the question is important, because yet another question that is linked with Hall process is given here. Basically 2Al2O3 3C. This is Hall process. Now the next question is, here aluminium oxide is reduced, carbon is reduced, aluminium is oxidized, and carbon dioxide is oxidized. There are 4 options which is occurring here. So we cannot say that carbon dioxide is oxidizing here, because carbon dioxide is a product. So 4th option we can omit. 3rd option, aluminium is oxidized, where aluminium is detaching from oxygen. So we cannot say that aluminium is oxidizing. Moreover, aluminium is being neutral after accepting the electron. So anything after accepting the electron cannot be oxidized, it will be reduced. So 3rd option also be omitted. 2nd option, carbon is reduced. Carbon is binding with oxygen, so it cannot be reduced. And the first option is aluminium oxide is reduced. Aluminium oxide is reduced and releasing aluminium and detaching with oxygen. So the first option is corrected here. So this was some basic calculations and question on behalf of general concept of chemistry. We will upload further videos on any other chapters and any other questions on this chapter. So please subscribe, like, share, and please watch our video and support us. Thank you.